Let's get into the new hero Gryphon, of course. That was different in terms of coming up with this customization.
Of course. Well, basically, our well-known hero Holden Cross is back. I mean, heart of the lion with the piercing eye of an eagle. He's now Griffin. I'm extremely excited because he's one of the well-known hero, and we've been knowing him for like beginning, and he's one of the living history in the world of For Honor.
Yeah, that's very true. He was obviously one of the For Honor OGs, first of all, like you said, being part of history and having such a different type of background with so much experience in a multitude of different factions, different legions, as the Blackstone Legion at first, and after that, the Order of the Lawbringers. And now he's being a mercenary, and as we know at the top of the show, a polyglot character that speaks different languages because of his experience in different factions. So how does that translate to his armor set and the customization that we can take a look at?
Yeah, as dramatic as life was and is that the creation of the character was super fun and exciting. Of course, there were extreme challenges for following as well. I mean, through the armor sets and the variations, I wish the players to join his journey and experience the variety of cultures and people that he met during his travel. His origin might be knight, but then Griffin's armor represent the world and the cultures that unites to fight back the evil. I think that says enough, but let's dive into the armor design.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first set is a default one when you start the journey as a stranger. And nowadays, the region would be around the Eastern Europe. The inspiration coming from the Dacian armors. And we use this armor as a default because it's different enough, but it's also close enough to see his armor transformation from the original one, the Lawbringer. Of course, we adopted same method as a Warmonger armor customization, so player will be able to have more option, meaning cape on, and of course on the back is the cape off, and also different arm designs and the facial not expression, but the facial the beards. So first one that you can kind of see is the one with the kind of older version of a Holden Cross, and second one is definitely inspired by the Yuri's beard.
Yeah, it's like looking to the future for me, honestly.
Right. Well, second variation theme is the traveler. So after he left his hometown, he's been wandering around. So as you can see, aesthetically, fabrics are patched and hairs and beards are not trimmed. But his scale armor's designs are very edgy and strong, and it's a bit more advanced version of for the protections. And as you can see on the side, it's not showing right here, but on the right side from the image, he carries a Draconite. That's this. Well, basically, I hope at least explains a bit more about this one and from the lore. And the theme of the third variation is the hunter. He had to hunt to survive in the wilderness and the desert. But the wolf on his head also hints who he will be fighting against or hunt when he's back from his journey. So there are also some Viking aesthetics that is starting to rebuild. So more variation will come in TU2 from this journey that from Eastern Europe.
Very nice. So again, these are the variation. These are the variations of the set one. The initial set. Okay, awesome.
And now the second set, which will show up really soon, will take the journey to the land where in nowadays Asia. As it shows, Mongolian-influenced armors were presented to Gryphon, not only in the battlefield, but he experiences more of different cultures and understands their lifestyle. The movie The Last Samurai introduces well of a Western culture amidst the Eastern and how difficult it is at the beginning, but at the end the main character blends and adopts samurai cultures. And when this happens, when they respect each other and try to live together, two becomes one new cultures. So this is when we're at the For Honor Year 1 trailer, the all three factions were almost made it, but then they failed it to unite it. But then this time he might be trying to kind of unite them together.
I see.
So other variation at this point, this is another variation that you can see with a different alternate material treatment. And other variation, this one at this point, Gryphon meets the new culture is the culture of a Korean. The scaled armors are unique points. When he sees when we actually see the Korean armor, and what's interesting about this armor is how colors were differently treated with each row of a scale. So each line will take different colors as the theme alternate material in the third color from the color chart. And another unique thing and fun part is added some on the, I don't know, is it called a pon-pon? The top pieces?
I believe, yeah.
And it does something that's very unique. And I'm going to leave this one for a player to find out which moment that actually make it quite fun. I hope you guys find out, and please post it in the Twitter or the...
Or Reddit.
Yeah, the Reddit. And third variation is, of course, the samurai culture. So Gryphon design in samurai, the Japanese culture will use in the helmet design right there. And it was great to see how differently translated from the Western to Eastern culture with the same theme. So even with each variation, we try to assign different alternate material. So for the first one, you're gonna have a less alternate material that will be applied. But then another variation, you will be able to have a more space to choose and control as much as area, so you can have fun with the different colors of alternate material. So this is the first one, and the other one is the second one.
Very nice. But make sure that these videos really kind of give the whole picture. That's why we're taking our time. So just absorb it. You know what I mean?
But that was interesting to explore different cultures with the one character for sure.
And so correct me if I'm wrong here. You know, when we talk about, you know, cross-factional type of armor, and as we see, you know, there's such a range, and I'll let you speak on this one maybe first. I'll come back to my question.
Yeah, I mean, this one is, of course, you can see it is it's inspired by the Greek. Well, since this is the kind of closest time in from his journey, so his previous armor kind of remains within the design to give a hint of the periodic order of his journey, and it has a very distinct design of Greek armors, like, you know, how the ornament on the helmet and the cape, of course, is on and off. It's a well protected all over. At the same time, it's a bare feet to attract the gladiator for sure.
And for our Greek players, if you really want to stay true to their homeland, it's Elada. If you want to say that, Elada is Greece. I believe Elada.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Elada. And this is another variation coming from the first one, and this one is well, basically it's kind of pimped up version that he still had some money in the pocket, I guess. So he's adding a lot of engravings and
Love it.
nice ornamentations. And it's just the bling bling version of previous ones. And of course, another quite cool thing is that his visor is kind of open, something that we wanted to try out. And also that was not possible before, but then now since we placed the ornament on the shoulder, this is happening.
Very nice.
And as I mentioned, his journey of the armors does not end here. It will continue throughout the TU2. So let's wait a little longer, and then you will be able to receive more variation of the armors.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
I mean, this was quite challenging armor designs that we had to create up to this point, because it's not like one type of armor that we had to create. But then it's like armor that shows the different cultures with the one character. So it was definitely ambitious idea, but then at the end, I think we are very happy with the result, because that Gryphon gave us a chance to expand more cultures that we didn't get to include in our game.
Yeah, and it's very obviously that when you look at the collection of different customization for this hero, I mean, we're looking at such variety. It's great. It's really awesome. Yeah. You know, if you can really pick and choose which one calls out to you the most. And as a fellow Greek man, I think this one's my favorite at the end here.
That's cool. As fun as his armor, let's now check out what we did for his weapon. Bardiche.
Let's take a look.
Now, weapon Bardiche. Gryphon chose Bardiche as his weapon because he could adapt to Bardiche easier from his original weapon Poleaxe. So when Gryphon was Holden Cross, his weapon Poleaxe meant the justice. Now he changed, he let it go, and then now his weapon changed into Bardiche. This represents the resistance.
Very nice, very fitting. Year 4, Season 3, what was it called? That's right, Resistance. So it fits perfectly. Perfectly.
Yep. And this weapon gives the contrast from the weapon of Warmonger, Flamberge. When the Flamberge had a fancy detailed shapes, now Bardiche is a very simple, rough, and the wild, which showcase from his basic shape. I mean, of course, like as we applied in the armor design, we also tried to see if this Bardiche was. We wanted to kind of question. We were questioning ourselves that how would it be translated if this was created by the different cultures? So higher the weapon progresses, the more diverse design that you will be able to equip, and of course you can kind of mix and match with the different cultures to create different taste of your fashion.
It is beautiful.
And some of these would be so annoying to clean.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Must be like your beard a little bit, you know?
It looks worse on video than it is in real life.
Hey, look at me. Look at my facial hair. It's nothing to say here.
You started that in March, didn't you?
Actually, I started it when I was 16, but thank you for asking.
Of course, again, a fantastic job from the Chengdu studio, from the design to the modeling, and they did a fantastic job.
This is one of the unicorn
absolutely.
best ones, hands down.
Yeah, these are sick. I will tell you, as a Kensei main, knowing now at the top of the show, well, not the top of the show, but we had Stefan and Benjamin that talked about it, that Kensei is a good kind of transition character for this one. With this customization, I gotta go out there and try Gryphon with this. It's unreal.
Of course.
And I can live out my fantasy of finally having a beard, so that'd be great. now taking a look at the full collection of all of these Bardiches. Is it Bardishai? I don't know how to pluralize that, but
I think it's a Bardiche.
Yeah, Bardiche.
Bardiches.
It's like shrimp. No shrimps, right? Look at this.
Oh my.
Beautiful. That blue one, unreal.
It's no unicorn, but it's okay.
We do have a unicorn.